Hello, this is the Leatherpreneur. Welcome back to another tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this sling bag. For easy reference, I have named it the DEX SLING bag. I made a pattern drafting video for this design some months back and I got some requests for a tutorial on how to make the bag itself. If you would love to make this project, you need to first check out the pattern drafting video in order to create your copy of the pattern first. If on the other hand, you do not want to be bothered with all the calculations and plottings involved in the pattern making process, you can purchase a copy of the PDF pattern and start making your project right away. I have added links to the pattern drafting guide as well as the PDF pattern in the description section. I will advise that you first watch this tutorial to the end before attempting to make this project on your own. With that being said, let's get started. First, download and print your copy of the PDF pattern. Carefully read the details on the first page before printing. On this page, you will find important information about this project, the test squares for you to check if the pattern has been printed in the right scale, and a list of materials you will be needing to successfully make this bag. After printing, look for these half-grade diamonds on each sheet and trim off along the lines attached to each of the diamonds. Once done, assemble all sheets in a page order written on the pages. After assembling, cut out each pattern piece neatly. Add all smaller details like the notches, mark holes and punch holes to the areas indicated on each pattern piece. Once this is done, the pattern is ready for use. For the materials, you will need some fabric, preferably something durable that can withstand heavy stitching. You'll need a stabilizer, and I've chosen to use hard padding for this. It is also called breast pad in some areas. For international subscribers, any temper of Decoville, Perlon or Vienna can be used. You will also need a 1.5-inch wide belt for the sling strap, some fabric lining for the interior, webbing to finish the seams on the inside, 1 yard of zipper cloth, 1 square ring and 1 adjuster, both of which should be 1.5 inches in width. You will then need 4 zipper pulls, a logo design of your choice, and of course your thread. Once you have all these in place, proceed to cut out your fabric and interfacing. Here I've cut out a piece of leather for my logo and this is what I'll be using instead of a rubber logo. Next, cut out the fabric, interfacing and lining for the main pocket bottom panel. Here you'll notice that the interfacing is smaller in size compared to the pattern. For the interfacing, you need to trim off ½ inches at the joining points, then trim 1/4 of an inch off the other sides. Once you iron on the interfacing to the fabric, it should look like this. We can then use it as a guide for our seam line. Next, cut out the fabric interfacing and lining for the front pocket A pattern. For this interfacing, you'll need to trim off a 1/4 inch all around, then trim off the bottom using the fold line marks on the pattern. One important thing to take note when cutting your fabric is the positioning of the pattern before tracing. If you'll be tracing the pattern on the wrong side of the fabric, you'll need to flip the pattern to the wrong side as well. If on the other hand you'll be tracing the pattern on the right side of the fabric, you need to place the pattern on the fabric with the right side facing you. The interfacing for these two other front pocket parts just need to be trimmed at 1/4 inch all around. Proceed to cut out the fabric, interfacing and lining for all the other parts as well. The number of pieces you need to cut out for each material has been indicated on the pattern. If you'll be using the PDF pattern for this project, the good news is that it comes with a separate template for the interfacing. With this, you don't need to first cut out the interfacing, then trim off 1/4 inch all around. All you'll need to do is assemble the pattern and cut out directly on your interfacing. This way, there is less waste while cutting the stabilizer or interfacing. Also note that you can make this sling bag with any other material of your choice. If you'll be using vinyl or leather, you may have to skip the interfacing or maybe make use of a substitute in order to give your bag some structure. Lastly, I will show you something. This fabric I'm using is actually a bit stretchy, so I first lined it with a very light non-woven interfacing. This is popularly called soft or light stay in the market. After adding the stay, the fabric stretches less, as you can see here. But if you are still new to bag making, it is best to just go for a fabric that doesn't stretch at all. Now we have everything cut out and our accessories ready. Let's proceed to make the sling bag. Start by fixing the logo. Mark out the logo area using the pattern in order to guide your placement. Depending on your logo choice, you will have to stitch this on like I will do, or clip it on if it is a metal logo. Next, cut out a zipper length of 6.5 inches and slide in one of the zipper pulls. On the end where you pulled in the zipper pull, attach the zip tab fabric and lining cut, then sew together using a seam allowance of 1/2 inch. Top stitch afterwards. To prevent the zipper pull from coming out the other end, you can add a little glue to hold the zip teeth in place. Next, stitch the zipper to the front pocket part. Always remember to stitch together with the lining. Although I rarely work with fabric, one of the things I found really cool while making this project is that I can use pins to hold down open ends and they don't leave marks on the fabric, unlike what would have happened if I used leather or vinyl for this project. As you can see, the interfacing already gives me a guide on how much seam to leave when stitching. This means getting the cuts of your interfacing right is a major trick to getting a perfectly proportioned sling bag. Next, for the upper part of the front pocket, draw out the stitch line by using its mark points on the pattern. You do not need to create marks for the fold line if you already have the interfacing in place. As you can see, it already matches with the notches. Proceed to join the front pocket pieces together. Fold over the front part and follow the stitch line made earlier. Please roll this line with a chalk or erasable pen so you can clean it off later. Next, place one of the two linings cut out for the main front pattern underneath this part. I already trimmed mine to be of similar size as the front pocket, but this is what the original size looks like. You can trim this before or after stitching it to this front pocket part. Once done, the front pocket is ready. Next, we add in the middle pocket. First, stitch the zipper to the zipper gusset cut. Slide in one zipper pull and hold together the zip teeth with some glue. Join the zipper to the pocket gusset cut using 1/2 inch allowance. Afterwards, add notches to the top and bottom on both sides and hold the fabric together with pins. Join the gusset to the front pocket we completed earlier and make sure the notches on both pieces are lined before stitching. On the top part, make sure the notches on both pieces also align as you stitch. If they do not align, you will have to loosen the stitches and make any required corrections. Tape up the raw edges once you are done. Next, we join the main part of the bag by first stitching the zipper to the curved area of this front cut. Then proceed to tape the raw edges. Using the pattern, mark out the area for the grommet and slide in the last two zipper pulls from opposite directions. Afterwards, you can go ahead to install the grommet. On this second front cut, mark out all the guide areas, notches and holes. Carefully join the curved lines as this will be our guide for stitching the other front pocket part to this main body part. Please follow the video carefully and see how the pocket is stitched. A major tip for this process is to place the fabric just outside the line so that when you stitch, the stitches will fall directly on the line. This means that once you are done, these guidelines will no longer be visible. Also make sure the notches align with the marked points on the main part. After stitching, check that everything is straight and neat, then fit in the lining for the main part by stitching it all round. Next, join the main gusset piece to the front part that has the grommet. Hold the fabric in place with pins and add notches like I have done. Please always remember to remove these pins one at a time whenever you are stitching on your sewing machine to avoid any needle to pin accident. We now have two major front pieces, so align them properly using the nudge points and stitch both pieces together. Don't forget to cover up the raw edges so the inside of the sling bag can be neat. Next, let's make the strap. Cut out a strap length of 53 inches and trim off 3 inches from the length. This 3 inches cut will be used to attach the rectangular ring to the back part of the sling bag. Mark the placement part for this using the pattern and watch carefully how I place the rectangular ring. Stitch this in place and install the main strap. Join the upper part of the strap to the upper part of the back piece. That is all for the strap installation. Finally, we'll proceed to finish up the sling bag. Simply place the front and back pieces together. Make sure the notches on both pieces match and align. Hold them in place with clips and stitch round. tape up the edges as well, and your sling bag is ready. Trim off any threads hanging out, turn out the bag to the good side, adjust all curves and corners, give the bag a little bit of straightening and grooming, and you have a classic sling bag that you can sell, use, or gift out to a loved one. This brings us to the end of the DEX sling bag tutorial. There are links in the description section of this video if you wish to get a copy of the PDF pattern, if you want to learn how to draft the pattern by hand, or if you want to check out some other PDF patterns you can work with. Before leaving, kindly give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell to get notified when new tutorials are uploaded. Questions and feedbacks are welcome in the comments on anything regarding leather craft or bag making. Thank you so much for your support, and see you again in our next video.